How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Cozy Talks. I'm Joe.
I'm Zahias.
Today is Cozy Quick Picks Friday. It's our Friday night special where we go over picks together live, try and get you guys each a pick that we are confident in each fight. And then at the end, Z, why don't you tell them?
At the end of this, after we go through the whole card, me and Joe are going to give you what we call the nice and cozy two-man lock parlay. This parlay consists of me and Joe's lock of the week, what we think is guaranteed to happen. But at the end of the day, this is just our opinion, and this is just what we think, but we think it's a lock.
Not gambling advice. With that being said, let's get into it. All right, first fight of the night, we got Cody Brundage versus Eric McConico. As you can see here, line is growing. It opened pretty wide. It's a short notice fight, so it is Cody Brundage versus Eric McConico. A guy who lost in his debut versus a guy who's been in the UFC for a little bit. So it's kind of expected to see Cody Brundage be the favorite here. As I said on the show, my pick was Cody Brundage. I am rolling with Cody Brundage money line still.
I like McConico. I'm still rolling with McConico. But if you want to be safe here, I don't think this fight is going to start round three. Um, if you can, though, if you can take the option, I would choose the over 1.5 on this fight.
Gets his,
Over 1.5 is minus 112.
yeah.
And I believe the start round three, or won't start round three, wherever that's at. I don't think they have
Um,
that listed.
fight, fight doesn't and. I don't want to go looking for it. It's probably on like one dark book that we just can't see. Okay.
Well, anyways, McConico.
Okay. All right, next fight. Gabriela Fernandez versus Yulia Stoliarenko. My pick here was what did I have? I had Gabby Fernandez inside the distance. Um, I think it's most likely going to be a KO, and I still believe that. The odds for a KO are plus 150. If you got them during the show yesterday, it was at plus 195. It's starting to shrink a little, so get it while you can.
I really like that. I do really like Gabby inside the distance. I think submission is very live here as well. I know Julie is a little bit of a grappling artist herself, but I mean, she has been out of the game for a year and a half now.
Hmm.
Um, I have not seen any fighter come back off of a, good long layoff like that and perform the way that they wish to perform. Um, So I do believe that Gabby is very live to get a win here inside the distance. Um, I would say Gabby takes it by submission,
Okay.
and that's currently at 420. Good
Yep,
number.
right
Good
there.
number.
Nice and healthy. All right, next one. Uros Medic and Gilbert Urbina.
I like the
Um,
dog in this fight. I really like the dog in this fight. I
yeah,
really like Urbina. Um, I mean, both these dudes are coming off of a KO loss. I believe both of them are kind of gonna be looking for statement in their comeback fight.
hmm
Uh, One thing to look out for, I mean, it's the same thing with the previous fight with Julie. Urbina is coming off of a long layoff. It's about, a little over a year and a half, I believe. Um, Urbina looked good on the scales, though. When we watched the weigh-in, I liked the way Urbina looked. And I mean, both these dudes are finishers, but something here is telling me Urbina by submission.
yeah, I like it. My pick from the show was over 1.5. I think I had it at plus 120. It's now down to plus 110, 112, almost plus 110, almost even odds. Uh, I think I'm still riding with that. We got Uros Medic. He opened as a pretty wide favorite. Lines stayed the same. Um, I like Gurler Urbina. He's got a nice wrestling background. I think he's being kind of slept on here. I think it does make sense
It's that
though.
it's that long layoff.
It,
It's
it's
just that
it's the
long
layoff.
layoff.
That's right. I mean, yeah. So Yeah, my pick here is over 1.5, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. Moving on, we got Jocelyn Edwards and Priscilla Cachoeira, Zombie Girl. My pick here was on Jocelyn Edwards as a parlay piece, just on her money line. It's getting a lot wider. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm not really liking the direction it's moving. You know, I think she will win. I just don't like how the line's moving because it's gonna mess with all the finishing props. You know, Jocelyn Edwards, she's becoming more of a rounded fighter. So if you play any of the method of victories, just be cautious of that. Maybe you can snipe one, maybe sprinkle on all of them.
You know, one thing to keep in mind though, this is a short notice fight for Cachoeira or Zombie Girl.
Hmm.
Um, this is a short notice fight for her, and I do agree. I don't see Jocelyn Edwards possibly losing this fight in any way possible. Jocelyn Edwards, she's in a way better position now in her career, I believe so, and she is the younger fighter. She is 29 years old, and Zombie Girl is 36. Um, I do agree with you, Zombie Girl or Jocelyn Edwards money line. You know, pair that up in a nice parlay.
Mm.
The pick here would be Jocelyn Edwards.
All right. Next one, Elijah Smith versus Toshomi Kazama. This one, I think I just had it simple. I think I just said Elijah Smith by TKO. He, you know, he's the favorite. They're both. He's off the Dana White Contender Series. I think you know Kazama's a bit reckless, but and Smith is a bit of a like I said, he's a bit of a tactician, bit of a technical striker. He's got a lot of pop. He's a young kid. You know, I think they're trying to give him a layup here, but you know, because Kazama, you know, he did have a triangle choke in his last win, so you know he is a live dog, pretty heavy dog. So my pick is Elijah Smith TKO here.
Yep, I like this fight a lot. I like Kazama. I like his underdog line really a lot. But my pick here would be this fight does not start round three, and you know you pair that up in a parlay, you're looking at some good odds.
Maybe throw with that Jocelyn
Uh,
Edwards like you were saying.
yeah, you know, throw it in with Jocelyn Edwards. You
Hmm.
know, throw it in with a couple of other picks that you might be confident in. Um, you know, throw that in with Cody Brundage.
Throw it in with our cozy two leg piece.
Yep, yep. We'll talk about that at the end of the video.
That's
Stay tuned.
right.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that'll be at the end. All right. Next up, featured prelim, Julius Walker and Rafael Cerquera.
I think it's a dog or pass on this fight, in my opinion. I think it's dog or pass. I know Sequeira is coming off of a two loss, two losses, both by knockout. But both these dudes look real good on the weight scale. Um, Sequeira still has that knockout power, I believe. And I mean, for him to be sitting at plus 850 for the knockout, that's not too bad. But you know, another thing too is we've been seeing a lot of these dudes who are expected to get a finish end up going to decision. So I mean, any of these dudes, both of these dudes by decision is still really nice. You're looking at about plus 1500 for Shaquare by decision and plus 1000 for Walker.
Yeah, I had it the other way on the show. I had Julius Walker by TKO, and I think the way he looked on the scales, you know, it just made me a little more confident in my pick then, and I'm still running with that now. Julius Walker by TKO. All right, CLD versus Eric Anders, the main card opener. Um, I had CLD by decision. In my cycle parlay, if you saw in the last show, I had CLD by KO. Either way, I don't see CLD losing this. I think Eric Anders will keep it competitive. Like I said, he's a durable guy. So my pick here is CLD by decision.
My pick here would be under 2.5 rounds. I think I'm gonna go with under 2.5 rounds. Um, Eric Anders, he's 38. CLD, he's 30. He's in his prime. One thing to be wary of, though, the Unks are winning. The Unks are winning. I mean, we just saw Neil Magny won by TKO.
Mhm.
So that's just one thing to keep in mind. But I don't see this fight going to decision.
All right.
I think it'll be a banger though.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. Another banger. I think this one has a lot of potential. This could be a very this could be a very elite matchup here. We got Miles Johns
100%.
versus Gene Matsumoto. What do you think, Z?
I think it'll be a really good fight. I think it'll be a really good fight. I mean, Miles Johns, he's a real durable guy. And another thing as well is he just lost to another young prospect, which he is fighting another young prospect in Gene Matsumoto. He just lost to Felipe Lima. And I feel like Miles Johns will be coming in here with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Another young prospect coming in to make a name for himself. He's going to keep this one real close, and I think Miles Johns is. I think he's a live underdog here, but my heart is telling me Gene Matsumoto by decision.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. Miles Johns, he's a guy who's only been finished twice. He's 15-3. And he's coming off of a loss to Felipe Lima, another young feller who is doing well in this division. Gene Matsumoto coming off of his split decision loss to Rob Font. We watched that in Seattle. Yeah, this is a fight that I think Gene Matsumoto should win. Whether or not he squeaks it out, I mean, this could be a really close one on the cards. Could be 29-28 unanimous, or it could be a split. But my pick on the show was over 2.5. I just said that just make it a parlay piece. It was 330. Still, it's a 340. So it's floating around that range. It's not a great price, but I like it where it is right now. So take it or don't. But that's where I feel. So yeah. All right, moving on. Andre Fili versus C Rod. This is Andre Fili from Federal Way here in Washington. He's another local guy around here. My pick in this one was C Rod money line. I think C Rod just has a lot more paths to victory here. So I'm just riding with the favorite there. That's my take on it.
I'm going with Andre Fili. I'm going with Andre Fili. I believe Andre Fili has a little bit something to prove, especially off of his loss coming in Seattle. Andre Fili even said himself he was disappointed. He was disappointed in his performance, and I believe Andre Fili still has it. He just had a kid. Um, got a little bit of that dad strength.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we might see a little vintage Andre Fili here, and I don't think the knockout is live here. I think it'll be a real close fight. So I would just take Andre Fili money line here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even good value is probably on the spread. I don't think they have spreads listed on here, but Andre Fili at the plus 3.5. It's a good one. I took that, and I think I talked about that on the show as well. Andre Fili plus 3.5. I think this is a fight that will stay competitive. So, yeah. Moving on, we got Angela Hill versus Yasmin Lucindo. What do you got here, Z?
And I got Lucindo. I got Lucindo winning this. I think Lucindo is just she's real high level. She's faced a lot of high level competition. Um, she her only loss in the UFC is against Amanda Lemos, who Amanda Lemos is. I mean, she's a title contender. You know, Lucindo's 23 years old, 16-1. She knows a lot. She could do a lot. I see Lucinda winning here by decision. Angela Hill, on the other hand, she is a live dog here.
Yeah.
Even though being 40 years old, um, every time I see her fight, she's improved in some type of way.
Hmm.
I mean, um, I think it'll be a real close fight. I think it'll be a real close fight, but I think Lucindo will battle out a decision win here.
Yeah, yeah. I took a long shot on this one here. My call from the show was Lucindo by sub, which I think I said was at plus 850. It's actually grown to 950. Maybe it was an 850, but anyway,
Lucindo by
it's at a
sub.
nice healthy price.
Yeah, Lucindo by sub is actually.
Yeah, it's a nice shot
So
there. That's my long shot of the week, I think, right there
but I
is
mean, at the same
Lucindo.
time, Lucindo money line as well. I mean, you pair that up with some other picks. You know, you got yourself a little bit of a
Yeah,
odds builder right there. So
yeah, it's a safe bet for sure.
100%.
Moving on to the co-main, you got Steve Astroboy Urseg versus Ode Osborne.
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy. That's right. I was rolling with Astro Boy on the show. I'm always gonna roll with him. I'm a big fan of the guy. My pick was Steve Urseg inside the distance. I look at a guy like Ode Osborne, a guy who's been finished multiple times. And I see a guy like Steve Ursek, a guy who's on a 3-fight losing streak to the top of the division.
Exactly.
I think they threw this fight together, hoping for a layup for Steve Ursek. He was originally supposed to fight Hyun Sung Park, but Hyun Sung Park ended up fighting Tatsuro Taira. Yeah, I think Steve Ursek should get this done. I'm hoping inside the distance. So that's my pick there. You know, you can get a KO price
I'm
at 320. Okay, and then
Yep.
his sub is at, where is his sub price at? Did I pass
Or
it?
you just pass it.
Where's it
It's
at?
the red one.
Oh, there it is. Plus 185. So it jumped up a little
That's
bit.
still pretty nice.
Maybe you sniped it at a good price, but 185. I mean, it's still a good price. I
Yeah,
think
I
inside
mean
distance
my
is live.
my pick here would be Ursek by knockout.
Yeah.
Urseg by knockout. I think Urseg needs to make another statement. I think he needs to show, that he's still here to play and that he's still here to compete with the division's best. Because, I mean, just like you said, he's on a 3-fight losing streak, but that is against the top of his division. So I think Urseg is here to stay, and I think he's going to show it in another statement, highlight reel, knockout. And like I said in the last video, it's going to be with that right hook, right hand, whatever. I
Mystic
think it's going to be a
Z.
counter. So, yep, that's my call out for this fight night.
I
Steve
like it.
Urseg by right hand knockout.
All
Whatever
right.
the fuck, just from his right hand.
Yeah, Mystic Z on that call. I like it. Okay, and now we got the main event of the evening. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Tell us things that you want to see more of. Whether it's more content, whether you want to see more breakdowns. If you
Don't be
want,
scared to judge.
yeah,
Don't be scared.
yeah.
We love constructive criticism.
Like you said, Z. What was it? What was it you said?
Oh yeah, whatever you say, you can't hurt me. I've heard worse on the job site.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, let's get into it. Main event of the evening: Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Roman Dolidze. My call on the show was Roman Dolidze moneyline. I'm still rolling with it. He looked great on the scales. Anthony Hernandez did not. He missed weight. It's kind of weird to see a guy like Anthony Hernandez miss because he's got that skinnier frame. So you would think he'd be under the weight, but he did miss. He was a little over. Roman Dolidze made it. His line's getting a little closer. It's not as close as I would like it to be, but it is a good line for me. I like Roman Dolidze money line. I also like his spread, and I also like the fight not to go the distance. But yeah, my pick will be Roman Dolidze money line.
I love Roman Dolidze, man. I really love Roman Dolidze. I've picked Roman Dolidze in his last few fights. Um, I believe Dolidze edges out a win here, and I believe he does it inside the distance. I think Dolidze is live for a possible knockout win here. I believe he is the bigger fighter, and I think Dolidze has found something in his career that he's a little bit more hungry at the age of 37. I believe Dolidze might be on a title run here, maybe, possibly,
Yeah, I mean,
but I don't see Dolidze hanging with the top 5 of the division. But he is on a pretty solid streak here. Won by decision against Anthony Smith. Had that weird win
it was
against
short
Kevin
notice,
Holland.
I think, against Smith too. That was a weird one.
Yeah, and then the weird win against Kevin Holland. I mean, I still think Dolidze would have won that fight. Um, and then he won by decision against Vittori. Um, I think Dolidze is I think Dolidze is going to win here. And if you want to be safe, I would just take Dolidze money line. But if you like to gamble, my pick would be Dolidze by knockout. And Dolidze by knockout is currently sitting at plus 500. So
There you go. I like that. All right, well, that concludes this part of it. Let me swap over for a quick sec. I got to pull up our cozy two-man parlay real quick. Oh, it did not save. Oh, well. We know what it is. So, my leg in this was a Gene Matsumoto by decision. It was sitting at minus 150. Here, let's swap back over actually real quick. It was sitting at a minus 150. Oh, let's see what it's at right now. Gene by decision is at minus 115. Oh, it was a minus 120. It actually is more even now. So
nice.
even better price. Okay. So Matsumoto by decision was my leg. What was yours, Z?
It was Gabby Fernandez to win by TKO or submission. And I believe that was sitting at around minus 130.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And you pair those two up, you got about plus 200, plus 210 odds, two-leg parlay. Um, we'll be betting one unit. The way we like to look at it is one unit, whether that be $10 or 100. We're gonna be betting in we're gonna be betting in units, and we're using one unit on this two-leg, and should get you about double your money.
Yep. One unit should win about 2.3, 2.4 if the math is right. So yeah, that's that. Let's ride, guys. This is gonna be a fun week. It's a pretty nasty week for the UFC as far as the favorites go, but there's money to be made somewhere. So yeah, with that being
Here, I
said,
think we
guys,
got a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time.
yeah, what's up?
Um, talk about some of our parlays. Did you talk
Okay.
about all your parlays from yesterday, or did you talk about all of your parlays yesterday?
Let's see. I think I had a new one actually that I put up uh the night of. It was after the show. I know I talked about my dog one. I did do a double chance parlay on the main card. A double chance is you take two method of victories. You're basically just losing one. Uh, I took Christian Leroy to win by KO or TKO. That was the only one I didn't do a double chance on. I was pretty confident in that, but I do think that Eric Anders is a durable guy. So maybe if you want to eat the odds, eat the juice, take double chance there, take the KO and decision, or KO or decision. I took Gene Matsumoto to win by sub or decision. That's another really juicy leg. It was like minus 300. C-Rod to win by sub or decision was minus 175. Yasmin Lucindo to win by sub or decision is minus 185. Urseg to win by KO or sub is minus 135. And then Roman Dolidze to win by KO or decisions plus 300. $10 wins you 630. So it's a
I
pretty
like that.
it's a long shot, but I think double chance is the way to go if as long as you're confident in the guy you're riding with.
Yep, and I agree with you right there. I got a couple of three-leg parlays that I wrote up the other night. Um, I think Elijah Smith could possibly get it done in round one. I mean, like you were saying, Kazama is a little bit of heck. He is hectic. He can get reckless sometimes. Uh, I think Elijah Smith can get it done in round one, and you pair that up with Steve Erceg KO and Roman Dolidze money line. $5 or $8 will get you 270.
Okay.
That's just a little three-legger I wrote up, and this one though, this is my cycle parlay that I have for this fight night, and you're looking at about plus 45,000 odds on this cycle
Is
parlay.
this an underdog cycle? Holy crap.
Plus 45,000 odds on this cycle parlay. For $5, will get you $2,200. Let me know if you tell this. because I think this Sarko parlay is live.
Very degenerate.
We're looking at Jasmine Lucindo by submission,
Okay.
which is plus 840. We're looking at Steve Ercek by KO at plus 300, and Roman Dolidze by decision at plus 1100.
As crazy as it sounds, that last leg's probably the sweatiest.
Exactly.
How much were the odds on
But
that? On the Roman by decision?
on rebet, I'm using rebet. It's about 1100.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, look at his past few wins. I mean,
Yeah.
that Holland fight probably would have went to decision, if Holland didn't have that weird rib injury. He won by decision against Anthony Smith, won by decision against Marvin Vettori. Like you were saying, Anthony Hernandez, he's coming into this fight a little bit heavier. This fight might just edge out to a decision. It might just go the distance.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think Roman Dolidze's got this locked up. I think the way he looked on the scales and the way he looked in their face off, he's definitely a bigger guy for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
That's
all I got.
That's it for you. That's it
Yep,
for
that's it for me.
me. I'm keeping it kind of light this week. Like I said, I got a few plays. I shared them on the show last week. So yeah, guys. With
Because
that,
I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, I don't know if you guys know, but we are less than 1.5 weeks from UFC 319. UFC 319 is next Saturday, August 16th, and I don't know if you guys are excited, but I most definitely am. I know Joe's excited.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah, baby.
this is all just the pregame for UFC 319.
Yep. We got that Parlay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got a lot of stuff cooking for you guys. So
Yep.
so we're real excited for that.
Yeah. Oh, also before we sign off, we do have a Discord that we just made. Discord will be where all you guys can get together. I'll leave a link in the description below. In that Discord, we're going to be hosting watch parties. We're also going to be, putting our live updates for when we do post, using these platforms above. We'll be in there. We'll be in there on Saturday. If any of you guys want to be in there, we'll be in there as well. There won't be any content being shot. We might shoot something if tickets get close to hitting. Maybe get some reaction clips. We did post on our TikTok last night after the video ended. Clipped a few of the main event fights, or the main card fights. We also have been posting polls on Instagram, and then I have been putting posts on Twitter. So if you guys want to go to those, it'll be the same handle at Cozy Boys MMA. We'd appreciate it. Z, you got anything else?
Cozy Boys MMA.
Cozy Boys.
I got nothing else. We really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We're just trying to grow this community, and again, thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, really appreciate you. You're a real one, and stay tuned for more content.
Yeah. I put a schedule out. Expect the Cozy Talk show to be on Tuesdays, and expect this Cozy Quick Picks to be on Fridays. Keeping it on a payday, making it so you guys can get something quick in before you guys go hit the casino, do whatever you got to do, get these bets in. So yeah, with that being said, guys, we will catch you guys next week for UFC 319. Take it easy, stay cozy.
Yep, stay cozy. We hope you guys are watching the fights tomorrow.
Yes. Peace, guys.